Парам-парам-парам-пам. Трин-ты-тышки. Пум-пурум-пум-пурум-пум. Так, тут все хорошо. А тут тоже все. Так, продолжить. Наши. Какие ваши задачи, да? Так. Радио молчания. Возможно, в колонии Алкион можно найти другие виды оружия. Так, ну это понятно. Так, сейчас мы возьмем напарничка и двинем, да? Сэма нашу надо опробовать. Сэма. Ну ладно, сразу вспоминать. Где тут рычаг-то? Вот он.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you
Я
in.
должен вас зарегистрировать.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Выручить меня от чего?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Хорошо. Постараемся. Пошлите. Пурум-пум-пум. Тут не пройдем. Придется идти в обход. Охранник. Часовой. Яхт-клуб.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made a point of
Интересно. Батончик украсть. Батончик. Нет, это не здесь. Спустимся с другой стороны. А это я типа за этой. Сомер, ты шумишь? Так, а если там зайти? Фу! Извиняюсь, извинтихляюсь. Так. О. Наемник с обцветути. Так, залом надо повышать, что... Лидерство добавил. Технологии тоже не надо запускать. Ну давай. Хрен с ним, еще на залом. Джазовые ладошки. Как раз нам там взламывать надо. Так, что тебе? Недобрый самаритянин. Кэтрин стоит. Так, записочка. Так, все мы тут забрали. Мы тут забрали, мы ничего не трогаем, нам надо было пройти и посмотреть.
Wrapped musk and canidized right here.
Please please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Давай
Oh,
поговорим.
thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong.
Ничего не
Like my
говори,
little
будто
boy
мой
isn't
малыш
at
не
risk of being
сказал,
eaten by
что
some
какой-нибудь
vile
кровожадной
creature.
твари.
Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself... Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous
Но
blats.
он меня не
But he didn't
послушал.
listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy? He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Мальчишка сбежал из дома. Кэтрин Тама. Ладно.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
Deploying odor neutralizing aerosol spray now. Unit is clean, mean, and ready to kill germs. Sam units never lay down on the job.
Даже Сэм отлетел. Сэм отлетел от такого рептилоида. Хотя вам нужно было бахнуть. Ну, ребят, пропустите.
Resuming passive mode.
Ах, завалили, да? Не забываем сохраняться. Панамочку стырили. Мародеры. Пойдемте. Но мне как бы не сюда надо. Там где-то должна дорога идти, пойдем. Вот и сюда.
On the block. Neutralized.
Не, нормально снайпер долбит. А это ты где был? Слушай, я ж тут снайпер идет. А, вон он. Их вообще было трое. Ну, где-то валяется, пускай валяется. Пойдем.
try me?
You make a tree stand straight up. Enough competition.
Well done. We're still alive.
Из пепла достал кусочек мяса.
Time to take out the trash.
Отстреляли. Рука отдельно. Это отдельно. Больше же было 5. Пойдем дальше по дороге. Я вроде только что кого-то поймал.
Victorious.
Торговый автомат. Bizon Game. Так, как она? Герой RPG. Пришел в ваш дом, значит у вас все чисто. Слышите? Так, а куда-то... Ну, это в другую сторону, мне туда пока не надо.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
Dirty sand remember requires maintenance. Analysis of effort. Wrong tool for the job. Resistance to cleaning effort. Purify.
Отъезжай, родной. А вот и. Мародеры, хулиганы. Сэм, ты как там? Нормал, да? А я там искал тогда, а он просто в порошок превратился. Ну, патронов до хера сына. Идем по дороге.
Captain.
Neutralize and sanitize. Lacerations are messy. This area has been sanitized.
Все зачистили, а то чуть меня. Просто космос видит с вашей невидимость коррозии. После множества коррозийных ожогов стали более уязвимы к коррозийному урону. Эффект получаем урон от коррозии плюс 25. Не надо мне урон от коррозии. Так, и где-то его, вот он. Хотя... Ты просто космос. Можно было обойти, наверное, там через верх. Эмбер Хайтс. Нам пока сюда не надо, идем дальше. Пьет. Уходим сюда. Принято решение. Так.
Avoid contact with eyes. Liquid is caustic.
If I fall in, you'll pull me out, right? Have your back, Captain.
Mega messy. Village analysis. Bodily fluid. Overload. Warning. Customer. You appear to be leaking. Cleaning cycle complete.
Продадим потом все.
Incoming. Fate shines on us today.
Все, пошли отсюда.
On the job. Pick a body bag with fire.
Зачистили. Все, двинули дальше. Кишмя кищащими тут тварями все заполнено. Собака. Только расслабься сразу. Получим жбан.
We're destined to prevail.
Плюс тут жрали кого-то. Снайпа.
Cleans it up.
I've had quite enough of you.
Neutralized. Scoured with prejudice. Reminder, lying in the dirt is unsanitary. Sanitization
Ух
incoming.
ты!
Cleaning cycle complete.
Ну ты даешь. Сэм, ты жесткий тип, однако. Просто прыгнул и сел на башку. Так. Да, нам сюда. Перекресток.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
Фулбрук. Мы пришли в Фулбрук. Ты кто?
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits. No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your... Guess it's true.
Фулбрук — величайший секрет монарха, но если забыть про тайные ингредиенты шишкачной области. Для тех, кто не против приключений, понимаете? Ну да.
Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $250 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one. You're looking for Ms. Malin on an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit. She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise. The Ms.
Все, давай.
Area filth level assessment. Disgusting!
If you don't need me, I'll be at the bar seeing to a bet.
Так, нам нужно 960, это починиться, да, 62, 94, да, то же самое, все, 204, а у нас, ну-ка посмотреть, я хочу на это. Ауто в этой снайпе. Прицел в яблоко. Можно попробовать его. Огнемет. Плазменный карабин. У нас есть вот это такое мешающий луч. Что за Нельсон Мандела? Так профессионально.
I get the sense this fellow isn't entirely sincere.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink. Oh, I enjoy a good challenge. I'll get right to it then. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit. I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Good luck. And don't get any ideas about pilfering the drugs for you. Hit me. I won't even hit back. Officially, I keep the books for Miss Malin, provide loans to the Byzantium Goldbloods for gaming, and oversee our drug-running operations. Speaking of, might I interest you in a purchase? I'll give you a first-time discount. That suit yourself. Right. Now, like I said, me being a generous man, hit me. Ow! What was that for? You're nuttier than Miss Malin. Cripes. Remind me never to cross you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy. Right.
Ладно, посмотрим там.
I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here.
В глаз ему набит. За что? Что просто так.
No, but thank you. I'm quite all right as I am. Can't fathom why you'd go searching her out. But it's your neck on the noose. I was told she runs the saloon. Don't suppose I could just ask you to...
На в салоне,
Want to
пойдем.
make a run with me to Stella Bay? Boss lady told me to take the night off.
No, I'm beat. Just got back from delivering to that house with a strange family.
Это что ли? Где бармен? Вот он.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine sends you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order? No, I don't have any... Ugh. If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets. If you ain't here to bet, I'll kindly ask you to vacate my, bar. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Так, пошли. Так, ты мне не нужен. Эй! Да что ж ты будешь делать? Чих-пых. Это бар, ты барменша, да?
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind. So, what's your story?
Продать. Сейчас ставим. Это можно поравнять. Продадим. Так, нужно продать хлам. Так, нужно продать. Так. И вот эту можно продать, наверное. Или пока оставить, там видно будет.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy?
Ты чё?
Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Crude but forthright. I admire that.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise. You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Я решаю проблему.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe. Meaning safe for me and my crew. Seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk.
Потому что не мы берем весь риск на себя.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders.
Нет, не
The lab
проблема.
itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system? I shall leave the details to you. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead. Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course. Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive.
Попробуй поговорить.
The soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it. Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details. So long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do. If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Avoid if I know. Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the... It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't.
Ничто другое не поможет.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Remind me never to get up.
Так.
On Ms. Malin's bad side.
Cell sanitization needed. Alert. Cell sanitization needed.
Ой. Двинули, ребятки.
Who would like to die first? Sometimes violence is the only way.
Вы уже тут? Надо было подчиниться, но запарил что-то. Забытый перекресток. Звукозавр трудный. Заброшенная тайная квартира. Или отсюда зайти можно? Мародеры. Ладно. Жука-гусеница.
Watch out, Captain. That will leave us today.
Don't mess with us.
Estimated cleaning time, 4.37 years.
Шишкачная фабрика. Так, и где тут? Можно пробраться. Сзади получается нигде. Два охранника.
Oh, no. No. No, no.
А я не умею ломать. Скрытие замков. У нас поставлено взлом 54, скрытие замков у нас 14, если я. У нас 19 из 30. Вход в канализацию. Ладно, нам. А мне нет ничего на взлом. И что делать? Ладно, дневник пока это оставим. Блинские. Блинский. Да, сейчас. Качнуть 2 уровня, по идее, надо. Роза. Можно убрать.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it. Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems. Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you. Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door. The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Disarray level analysis. Utter and total chaos.
Damn philosophists.
Не бабани.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same. Taro's
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger? Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the iconoclasts? Help us free this world? I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision. According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
Бегство для трусов. Или для трусов. Ай.
Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead. You know, that might just work. You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
Ты готов.
I know it sounds extreme, But I can't go back. I just can't. This is the only way I can think of to be free. I hate to think of her grieving, but it'll be good for her to move on. In the long run, you know? I'm plain out of ideas then, Captain. I won't go back, and I can't think of a better way to get my mama to stop searching for me.
У меня нет на это времени. Блин, и тут я не прокань. Что еще у нас есть за задание? Тут убеждение надо 55. Что у нас убеждение? У нас запугивание высокое, убеждение маленькое. Как где-нибудь. Ну-ка, если мы наденем вот это. Убеждение становится 45. На запугивание еще больше. Надо 55. Даже хер знает. Мы можем его запугать. И что у нас еще там за задание? Техника. Так, а мне силия. Я страдаю от бессилия.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna and halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago. Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are Would you? I'd appreciate that so much.
Опять любовная
Maybe
история.
don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises. You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny. Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Так. Вельма, да? О. Вельма.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Парам-пам-парам, пам-парам-парам-пам. Что искать?
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing. This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Так, сейчас.
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Кто такая Нелл?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
Так.
Damn right it is. No. I paid Sublight for it. so it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Так, сейчас я. Подкоп.
Damn right he will. Hopefully that'll be the last I see of him for a while. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind? Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply.
Может обратить внимание на то, что препараты, что за бригадир.
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Если ты решил вернуться, я вроде не останусь. Заявление хлопом вечно там.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
И да, это имеет, что в смене Брэска биткоина биотики, которые мы закупаем для рыбы, кончат быстрее обычного.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Так, сейчас, секунду, мне тут надо. Так.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate. For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life. Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner. Fine by me.
Так, значит. Мы идем на взлом. Общение с убеждениями. Это вообще ладно. Незаметно. Так, способности. Что же нам? Так. Все про перезарядку. Я им почти не пользуюсь. Вот это нам сейчас надо. Так, у нас 16 уровень, да? Пойдем сдадим заданица. потом зайти взять.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. Sorry, I just get so excited, and I always feel like I miss everything that happens in town while I'm up here. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Ну ладно. Так, дальше, значит, дневничок. Бэнг! Яхт-клуб, вот он. Ну, он там тусит. Либо там. Ну, сейчас поболтаем. Ну что, у меня что? Ты. Что тут тусите?
New face, huh? You from off-world? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
Что вы отмечаете?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits.
Ну, пока у нас не кончится.
But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking. It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true. I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be... Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay.
Так, пойдем и скажем, ты чё? Так, это я случайно зашел. Где тут? Да ё-моё.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born? Yeah. We're here, light years from Earth.
Ну-ка, если я к ней вернусь и скажу, что...
New business turns up at last.
Celia,
didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Did you hear that power play, Celia? I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here? What? Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna. Oh, a shame. I'd been saving... I had hoped that livening up our advertisements, thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach. And the first part?
And a Mantisaur problem. And a Marauder problem.
Many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance. I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some danger. What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Все, давай. Так, дальше. Заданица. Смайт лайв. Пум-пум. Где верстак?
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick.
Ты как?
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Горячий душ. Бляха-муха. Хлебанул стимулятора.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while. You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Брэкстон, вы видели?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry. Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Reminder, if you let your SAM unit be eaten by wildlife, it voids the warranty.
Он сказал, в какую квартиру не заходить. Нижнее что-то. Вот там.
What a gruesome way to die.
Body bag dispenser empty. Please replace sack reel before disposing of any corpses.
Улейте. Несколько мятых костюмов одинакового покроя цвета засунут в чемодан. Покрой цвет засунут в чемодан. А потом разберемся.
Unit was unable to complete scheduled sanitization service due to the following reason. Locked door.
Exactly. You're not getting into my room again. If I hadn't caught you last time, you...
Так, подщупали.
Rising. Concentrated amount of scum present ahead.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Не дыши носом, да, не дыши жопой. Так, а вот тут я не был. А надо бы подняться, посмотреть. Корзина пуста. И сюда мы ходили. По убеждению 55 никак я не про этого.
Job fulfilled.
Так. А тут два корыта. Жилище мизеров.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come
in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The raptidons and marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner? I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Что-то ты-то. Я в пальто, да?
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer. The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves. Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we don't take for granted. Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner? Sorry, I'm not real good with, names. You got a funny way of putting things. I used to be good with words, but it feels like there's this fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before? That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
Hey, what are you doing in my room? Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you? The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
Какой мужчина?
I'm not telling you. Space, there's choice pills, they cure all your ills.
Стихи Леви Мезери лично не читать. Рассвет. Над горизонтом солнца диск встает. Он яркий, круглый. Он нам свет дает. Его поверхность так же горяча, как налитая шишка шишкача. И новый день приходит к нам в лучах. Деревья. В небе рвут стволы вечно красных. Так блестят, что аж больно смотреть. Я знаю, что жизнь не угаснет, даже там, где одна только смерть. Небо. Монарх один теперь большой и темный, как будто небо гложет рот огромный. Не в силах описать последний пир, та чернота проглатывает мир. Голод. Акула изнутри мне брюхо рвет, и эта боль вовеки не пройдет. Едва вода приносит только вред. Но жаль, но жрать хочу и больше мыслей нет. Что-то тут не так. Не обязательно. Тут у них унитаз. Ну-ка, если я переоденусь, пока я в доме. Ну-ка, мы надеемся, как пижон такой. 29 собака. Бракстон нес груз дом к югу от Стеллар-Бэй. Возможно, вы сможете его найти или выяснить, куда он отправился позже. Эдгар предлагает вам остаться на ужин. Дом утверждает, что знать не знает никакого Бракстона. Это не человеченку ли едят? Может, какие-то людоеды, а? Такого не было. А я не... Ну вы, блядь, хлопаете за мной ходите. 6:30. Чтобы открыть, требуется ключ. То есть я зашел сюда, и теперь выйти я не могу, потому что вы хотите, чтобы, блядь, я пожрал ваш обед.
Space, there's choice pills, they cure all your ills.
Будет ведь он закрыт. По любасику. Опача. Там кровище. Слушай, они тут разделывают людей же по-любому. Я же видел, что человек сдохнул.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't run. Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner. I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything but the best, though.
Дверь заклинил. Так.
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Нет, это... Ты разговаривать не хочешь. А ты не хочешь от меня выходить. Да он мужчина, хоть туда. Он служил. Берем. Так. Это 26. Нету ни хера, да? Унитаз с не? А куда это делать?
There you are. We're all ready. Just waiting on you. Been poking around, have you? Ah, well. We were going to take you up there eventually. That's where we store the leftovers.
Ах ты с... Собака-то бешеная. Я был не готов. Ай, ладно. Да, яма. Дальше. Пойдем открывать комнату, и тут можно. А, ну это просто. Ты просто космос.
Warning! At risk of overload. Too much spillage. Contaminant level too extreme. Warning!
Рабочее состояние в рекстах это.
It is unnatural, an affront to the grand plan.
Они его чпокнули. Людоеды, как я что-то заподозрил, что... Я и заподозрил. Все, можно отсюда уходить. О, фризит. Так, вот чисто балкончик, да? Опа!
Counting. 126 messes. 127 messes. 128 messes. 129.
Там нарочно.
This place has seen better days.
Initiating experimental protocol. Small talk. So that recent toss ball game was sure.
Людоеды, сволочи.
Great. Now I've got that tune stuck in my head.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but that he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind? Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire Sublight contractors at this rate. Same thing as me. Where's your proof? Because I know no one's been poking around my terminal lately.
Are you absolutely sure of that, Ms. Ballard?
Just as a hypothetical. Nothing to see on my terminal, of course. Because I've done nothing wrong. Fine by me.
Ну-ка. Таймер. Так, это... Файлы Брэкстон Хэк, представляют 70 карточек, полимен навыки тунца, разнообразные формулы логических формул, размышления о том, почему кипунет предпочитает бобыть шишкачиной, а не обыкновенную шишкачью колбасу. Так, не. Понажимать всякие кнопки. По-моему, Рыба в резерве отсутствует, как вздулась, если ты сегодня пропустишь. Чего страшного, но, пожалуйста, предупреждай меня, чтобы я был в курсе дозировок. Нам срочно нужно обсудить ситуацию с китунцем. За последние 2 месяца у меня 4 партии сгнило на складе, потому что мы не нашли покупателей. Тут вообще полтос нужен. Зажигалка. Слушай, нам бы... Если я сейчас попробую поменять, я возьму...
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is.
Я возьму. Феликс или... Даже пока порвать. Тяжелая доза, тяжелая, ладно. Так. Убеждение у нее 46 своих замков. Во. Ну-ка пойдемте.
show me how you did that.
Ну, тут что-то нам даст.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just, your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh. I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need? Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate. I don't even want to think about that. Or how far behind Braxton's loss alone is going to put us. Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
Вот и все. Работягам. Надо было ее брать, у нее убеждение тут дохерища. Так, где тут? А ну постранитесь.
So what'd you think of the game last night?
Не можно.
I still can't believe Armstrong ran.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? How'd you manage that? Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways with a bit card of her own accord. Here, take this as compensation. It ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
Это решили проблемку, да? Так, теперь. Ну-ка, я Феликса хотел глянуть. Скрытность, вскрытие замков у него тоже, и убеждение у него тоже высокое. И упорвать также, да? Убеждение, вскрытие замков, инженерия. Угу. Так, дальше у нас какие? Давай шагай. Так. А сюда бы надо, наверное, нашу медсестричку. Да, бы, наверное. А нет, вот есть. Так, ага.
you're the new face. Wow, you
Wow,
must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths. That's a shame. Tossball's just about the only good news we get around here. When our frequency's not too clogged up anyway.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really is a paradise.
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better with company. Say, I don't think I've seen you before, and I'd remember that face.
I'll try not to be a stranger then. Name's Felix, by the way.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better when you've got someone to celebrate with.
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple drinks and settling in for the pennant match.
Look at me, getting carried away again. So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome tip.
Сохранимся.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
Mm-hmm.
You're not listening to a word, are you?
Look, my back aches and everything smells.
So here's the thing about tossball. Tossball is played from the heart.
Okay, I'm with you so far. Play from the heart. Easy.
There are other schools of thought. Some say you gotta use your head to play tossball. Those people have concussions.
Oh, gosh.
Who the
That
fuck are
sounds,
you? This ain't your alley.
Really dangerous.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret
Секретный
alley.
переулок.
Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
Запугиваю. Меня бьют! Да что ж. Или пока сниму. Тип-тип-тип-тип-тип-тип-тип-тип-тип-тип-тип. Хотел их. Убеждение у нас, да. Порвать и нам бы. Это здорово, людей, ну да ладно.
Who the fuck are you? This.
Hey! Berta already... Listen, and not that it's any of your business. We're doing this! You picked the wrong damn day! Ha! Don't let up! Careful!
Ах ты. Так а вы что не... Да, я поставил на смешанное. Продолжай. Так, не только тебе надо порвать тоже.
Who the...
Hey! Berta already... Listen, and not that it's any... I don't think so. You're a loose end.
Incoming!
Да ты... Надо замедлять время. Надо замедлять время. Ладно, сейчас я их размотаю.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your app.
Hey! Bert! And not that it's...
No. Да твою мать, ну зажали же, ну зажали, это же. Если за мной тут зажали, их пинали.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Berta already pissed by those... And not that...
Санджар. Так, скрыть залом. Добавляем. Так, вот и сделаем 4. Защиту. Дальний бой, технологию. Все, подчесали.
What was your family like, Felix? Did you ever know?
I never knew him. I was a stowaway. That's what they call orphans who grow up in the back bays.
Now, if we were like the other corporations, you wouldn't be allowed to run. But we're better than that. Anyway, what can I do for you? But that's terrible. What happened? But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters. Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services. Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then... Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. It's humane.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Word of advice, Sanjar. If Parvati's got something to say, you do well to listen close.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was... I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop.
До такого уровня.
Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, he'll own your dignity too.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other... It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
Спасибо за подписку.
Hello.
Привет, привет. Айсерион. Орион. Спасибо за подписку. Похоже, вы не слишком высокого мнения о Грэмми.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us,
Hello.
it's them.
Hello, hello. Которые нам шьют коллеги, так это они.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources.
Забирают наших людей.
Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony.
So, what's the downside?
Shall I begin with the supply shortages, or the subtle but constant threat of annihilation? He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
Дела нормально. Если бы к нам летел крейсер правления Земли, он бы по-другому запел. Даже жаль, что на Монарх они не залетают.
What can I do for you?
Ладно. Так, дальше у нас что? Не око, это не око, ладно.
Tossball is all about scoring goals.
Scoring goals, got it. And you can score a goal by kicking the ball, throwing the ball, or
running it into the Saturday goal if you're a visitor. Or the Sunday goal if you're on the home team.
Okay, so if you're on the home team, you want to run the ball into the Sunday goal? Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Так. Куда же нам отправиться?
Running's worth more points, but it's got some risks. You could get cleaved, hacked, winged.
Так, это задание пока ладно. Мясной клав. Давай мы сейчас отправимся туда. На фабрику. Фабрику шишкарей. По производству шишек. Так, мы нашли канализацию и полезем через канализацию. Сохранимся и вперед. Так, это он сохранился, по идее.
Unexpected noise identified.
Так, а мне теперь нужно понять. Чтобы не нарваться на охранников корпорации. Пум-пум-пум-пум. У меня же будет с этого, да? А мы как вообще выглядим-то? На мне какой еще? Ну, правильно. Ну, это пока можно оставить, попробовать. Единственное, что здесь я никак не поднимусь, нам надо двигаться. Сохранимся. Жировая ткань, кости, сухожилий, волосы, свернувшись кровь, другие органические материалы. То есть их глубинный анализ, обрабатываю клавиатурный ввод. Нет. Так, запись. Индикаторная уполномочен. Индиктованный уполномоченным пользователем. Оператор диспетчерская. Начало цитаты. А чтоб меня плазмой пожгло, надо было сказать начать запись. Теперь работает. Так вот. Чёртова ты железяка. Я хотел сказать, как меня бесит, когда у меня вокруг обед без арахисовое масло и пурпурный джем. Никакой шишкачины. И на том есть причина. А потому они жрут, давятся, пердят и показывают мне средние пальцы снизу с фабричного этажа. Знают ведь, что я не могу спуститься, пока смена не закончится, а потому уже слишком поздно. Знаешь, что скажу? Прямо руки чешутся. Руки чешут задействовать новый протокол сокращения для сторожевых автоматонов, чтобы от них всех избавиться. Не будут мне больше пальцы свои показывать, правда? Ай. А то есть я тут ну-ка выйти, сохраниться.
What's going on?
Блин. Не получилось. Ложь не прокачана. Ну-ка.
System.
Да, он видит, он меня определяет.
Error. Employee information not found. Identify yourself. Error. This unit is not experiencing errors. Error. This unit is functioning correctly. There is no need for the intervention of mechanical engineers. Thank you for your cooperation.
Всего несколько раз. Никак к нему подняться. Надо вот тут сохраниться. Блин, не ты мне нужен. А вообще ты нахрена сюда залез? Нет, это надо заново загружаться. Нам нужно выше, нам надо в ту дверь. Все правильно, все верно. Либо на большую лестницу. Все, загружаемся.
platform has been rated 82% clean.
Личные дела. Кто бы мог подумать, да, целая фабрика, да еще и ничейная, никого кроме меня. Теперь есть еще и король, который тоже я, на другой, лучше. Знаю, что все эти причуды не очень полезны, но мне так одинок. Тут только я и свиньи, и техника, а теперь еще и король. Но скоро придут другие, чтобы работать на меня, рабочие. Надо начинать с малого, а потом мы будем строить и будем кормить и кормить. Король не может поверить, как хорошо, как чудовищно хорошо все получилось. Я пришел из ниоткуда, но теперь я человек, создавший себя сам. У меня столько мяса и денег, что никто не поверит. У меня есть и власть, и уединение. Я получил все, что хотел, кроме... Король был со мной не с самого начала, но он пришел первым. Он спасает меня от одиночества. Это точно. Нельзя забывать об этом. Игнорировать этот факт. Кажется, я понял. Сотрудникам, всем, от рабочего на конвейере или уборщика до последнего шишкача, нужно велеть, чтобы они правильно обращались к королю. Должным образом это делали. Никакой хрени про мясного Клайва. Иначе я им точно мясо устрою. Вовек не забудут. Так достаточно четко, да, ну и чудесно. Должно помочь. Да у тебя кукушка уехала, родной. Сейфи. Тут лежат битки, тут у него винишко, тут он пердишко делает. Сохраняемся и...
And just what do you figure you're doing up here?
Какой-то страшный.
These are my private quarters, friend. I don't allow tours up here. I don't allow tours ever on deeper consideration. Certain things require a mess to do well.
Так что я тут убиваю время. Читаю. И веду себя, говорит, самостоятельно. Что может быть лучше свежей, кровавой, шишкачной колбаской.
Fresh and bloody Borstwurst. I do own a factory known for specializing in the canning of Borstwurst. On occasion, I like to imbibe other parts of the cysty pig. Did you fancy me a cannibal? Perish the thought. No, I don't eat the bodies, I disappear.
Которым помогает читать.
So, what can I do for you? My full attention is at your disposal.
Is he looking at me? Oh, law. He is absolutely giving
У
me
него
the complete
кукушка уехала.
While I approve of your associate's cautious nature, I still teeter on the verge of losing my patience. Let us move forward with the present proceedings. By sublight, you mean Catherine, do you not? That greedy, star-crossed sow. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me Catherine's severed head, and I will gift you a lifetime supply of Borst.
Да мне не нужна шишкачина. Не, его надо валить.
Piss, and I had hoped it might not come to this.
физически.
Great work.
Нет, что-то мне не понравился просто. Так, что-то. Ну, я убил уже, мне ломать производство смысла нет, да? Бум-бум-бум.
Heads up!
Такой ты-ты-ты-ты-тю, ты-ты-ты-ты-тю. Кэтрин, мы сейчас к ней переправимся. Пи-пи-пи-пи. Пока они там раздуплялись, этого мы мочканули. А и зайдем.
You seen Arthur today?
I don't think I like Miss Catherine. Not just a...
Please say the Yoda corpse you're wearing. Not much boast to that declaration. Am I to take that to mean you didn't kill him?
Да какая разница, он мертв.
I suppose it rightly don't, no. But now I'm gonna fucking wonder for months. Thanks for that. Still, this ought to compensate for your troubles. And take an aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig.
Приветливо.
You know how they're supposed
Так,
to
а где то?
be outside, but warm and squishy inside? I'm pretty sure she's crust all the way through.
Такс. Где он тут? 130 метров. А, он же не в этом поселении. Точно, он же там. Он же у других. Этого мы грохнули.
The infamous Amber Heights.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
Well met, Captain. What do you need? I don't much want to talk about it, but all right, if you insist. She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time? You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
Отправимся. Что у них там, скажем, ей возвращается домой. Ну, вот она.
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are, Tuk Tuk.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right?
Ваш сын взрослый мужчина.
What a sour thing to say. My little boy will always need me. I'm his mama, you know.
Mama, what I need is for you to listen to what I want for once. But that's between us. Now you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me are gonna have a long talk.
Here, kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuk Tuk home safe again.
Don't worry about me, Captain. Mama and I'll work this out.
Ну все. Так, дальше у нас, значится, радиомолчание, это ладно. Так, дневник. Болтом потом. Поручение для Себастьяна. Угу. Так, карта. Что у нас где-то тут? А, вот там.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
И зачем бы, ну вот.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Так, пойдем к ней.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on? Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Так, все, тут тоже разобрались. Так, дальше у нас еще что было? Шпрысины. Отправимся туда. Посмотрим, что мы там сможем сделать. Ну это...
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Always imagine Falbert would be...
Угу.
I saw this one episode of Terror on Monarch. Halcyon and Helen went down that waterfall in a barrel.
Шпрыса. выскочит еще наружу. Так, а теперь вернитесь к нему, шпрыш, курьеры, шпрыш.
Got it. Heads down.
Так, надо закругляться, надо позавтракать. Сейчас сдадим это и на этом закончу, а там потом продолжу. Либо сегодня вечером поздненько, либо завтра ранненько.
Did you find them? Tell me you found my sprat carriers. Would hate should anything dire have befallen them.
Они мне не нужны.
Just tell me straight and don't hold back. I can handle it. Sprats can always be replaced. Excellent. Oh, this is This is only half! You think you can steal from me? Ow! Damn it, that hurt like the blazes. Okay, all right. You didn't take it. But someone did. Search Fallbrook. Either half the Sprats got loose on their own, or there'll be some evidence pointing to the soon-to-be-dead snake who filched my carriers. You want your cut? You get me the rest of my drugs, no matter what it takes.
Слушай, Нельсон, ну ты так-то это... Ой, извиняюсь.
Get your twitchy whiskers back here! Don't you run out that door! It's a cruel world outside!
Get.
Close the damn door. You'll let my sprats out. Damn it all. Now look what you've done. It'll take me ages to round him up again. State your purpose, or get out of my face, domicile intruder. Missing? Nope. Mine are all found and accounted for, thank you kindly. Now if that'll be all, I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Lots to do. Got a multitude of sprats to spay and feed. Look, I don't care if Nilsson sent you or not. You won't be hurting a hair on any of these sprats' heads. I've killed vicious beasts for them. I ain't afraid to take on a human. Back out of this domicile, hands up, or become sprat food, intruder. You want to dig through sprat droppings? Be my guest. Get your drugs, then get lost.
Вот они серут. 2000 патронов.
Got the goods? Because I know you wouldn't be wasting my time otherwise. Wink. Hit me. I won't even hit back. Sure it is. You do? I mean, you do! Of course you do! What did I tell you? Sure-fire delivery system. Works almost every time. Right, right. In my excitement, I very nearly forgot. Ha ha. As promised, you're cut. Plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Now, if there's nothing else you need from me, I must go inventory my goods.
Опачки. Опача. Так. Убеждение. Еще можно вот так сделать. Взлом поднять. У нас раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь. Ну, что тут можно? Так, и хотел я еще напоследок заглянуть. Может, у них что-то есть.
Seems like a nice little town, except for all the dead critters.
This place wasn't half so pretty in the serials. Это или у меня стоит другое.
Это уже установлено. Так, что у меня еще две? А пистоля его тут нету. Ну-ка, если работать. Ну, пока. Броня 52. Это уже не надо. Так, ладно, с вами я потом закончу на этом. Я сейчас остановлюсь. Спасибо за просмотр, за подписку. Ну и до скорой встречи.